Boxing cheats you, and you're not the strongest. There's always someone stronger. Because there wasn't skill, nothing. There's no skill for me. There's no Taliban. I just knew how to punch up. Men, they don't want to express themselves. The only time they can express themselves when they're over drunk.
Today's guest, he's currently just won the IBO Continental Championship. So welcome, Kaisy Khademi. Welcome back to Take a Seat. Boy, have I got a treat for you today. We've got a professional boxer on. But before I introduce him, I've got a bone to pick with you guys. Our subscribers are going up, but still 84% of you guys are not subscribed. This channel relies on you subscribing, so our channels look and go, yeah, I want to be on this. And I ask the right questions so you know how to get ahead. Today's guest has had 12 professional wins. He's currently just won the IBO Continental Championship, and we want to find out all about his story because life hasn't always started like this for him, but he's changed the cards and made it successful. So welcome, Kaisy Khademi. How you doing, Kaisy? You alright?
Thank you for having me, Sean.
Man, it's a pleasure to have you, bro. Honestly, I was just watching your fight. Like, you're an animal, bro. Animal. That last fight, was it third round knockout?
Yeah, third round. Yeah, I mean, we had so we was scheduled to fight this Tanzanian kid in his southpaw. So it was we was in a camp for like 4 or 5 weeks and then suddenly he couldn't get a visa and he couldn't come. So we had about 2 weeks left to the fight, 2.5 weeks, and they said there's gonna be a change of an opponent.
Okay.
So I thought, we've trained for the southpaw, so I thought, there's gonna be another southpaw. We carried on doing what we needed to do, but then we find that the opponents are orthodox. Apparently, he had just a week before the fight was before he accepted the fight. He had a fight, he won, and he accepted this one.
So for those people who don't know the fighting styles, orthodox and southpaw.
Yeah. So orthodox is right-handed and southpaw is left-handed. So when two fight, because I'm orthodox, I'm right-handed. So when I box someone that is southpaw, I have to go to his left. So I have to go to his left side to stay away from his straight hand, which is his left hand. It's going to be in a southpaw position, and you train for that and to avoid that straight because that's a powerful punch. That's the whole point, to set that big powerful shot on. Whenever we box, the whole jab is to keep the range, keep him distracted, and the right hand is just to set up, which is the power shots. So we was training to go to the left, and then suddenly when we find out that we find an orthodox, we had to bring a lot. We didn't have enough time, but we had to do a few adjustments, and we had to go. And
how much does that training change, like the whole concept of someone fighting from normal orthodox or they're going southpaw? Yeah. How much of a change is that?
Well, in the amateurs, it's not much because it's a 3 round. You're meant to adapt to all kind of style. You only have 3 round, and it's not a big deal in the amateurs because not a lot of power. Boxers don't see on their punches. Pros is different. You have 8-ounce glove, and you are trained to sit on your punches. So
why does the glove size matter?
So 8 ounces is the gloves matter because 8 ounces are pure. It's a knockout. It's a hurting gloves. There's no mitt. There's no sponge. Not much sponge into it. So it's just your fist. Your knuckles straight to the guy's face. So it's a lot more hurtable with it. Yeah.
Dangerous.
Yeah,
there's
dangerous,
no. Yeah. So the bigger ounce gloves, there's more padding.
Yeah, padding. Yeah.
And the lower ounce gloves are more tighter.
Yeah, more tight, and they're designed to hurt.
Someone's getting knocked out, baby.
So. That was the only issue. I mean, but that's the only difference between in the amateurs. You're trained to adapt, and boxers don't see it. It's just all about landing the points and getting out. And the gloves are massive, but pros are different. You're designed to knock out and hurt your opponent. So you see, you train your full power and you hit full hip movement and everything. But we just made a few adjustments. The first sparring that we got for orthodox with that 2 week that we had gave us a bit harder sparring because of the adjustment you had to make. But it was fine. We made it comfortably. But also a week before the fight, I had an ACL surgery in 2021 December.
Wow.
And my knee gave way. It was meant to be my last sparring. 1 week before the fight, it was meant to be my 10-rounder. Second round, my knee went.
Wow.
I was just on the floor. I was gutted. I thought another cancellation is gonna come. Coach was there. Coach was really, really, really pissed off. He was like, this can't be happening. We already had like 2 fights cancelled, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna come. I have to fight regardless.
What did you do about the knee? You had to strap it up or what?
Yeah, so luckily we was at that club kill in, I think, in Bethnal Green is. So luckily there was a lady physio by name Sarah. She popped up from nowhere. She was like, listen, I'm a therapy specialist, and let me have a look. She looked at my knee and she goes, come see me tomorrow. So I went, I see her, and then I couldn't walk. I had to ice it the next anyway. But when I went, so I was limping a bit. She was like, listen, I'm gonna have to strap. You want to fight or what? I'm like, of course I need to fight. She's like, I can strap it for you.
Wow.
But before that, I need to massage it, see how it is and all that. And obviously I gave my report when I had my surgery, and she knew what was going on. But she helped me. She was like, it was a blessing in the sky, man. She came in at the fight day, she strapped it up.
Do you know what that reminds me of? I don't know if you've heard of this guy called David Goggins.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like an army general guy, and he used to be really big, and he disciplined himself, and he went to like be a SEAL, one of them Navy guys, and he broke his shins, and he still carried on. You got to have a different mindset.
Yeah, but I think every fight is like that. Every fight is, look, people don't understand that every fight is, they don't pick and choose who to fight. They're trained to fight anyone. We will accept any fight. The choosing and all of that is.
You say every fighter is the same. There's some fighters who really, really get, a little bit shamed for like taking the knee. Like I don't know if you know, you obviously heard of Daniel Dubois.
Yeah.
And when he was fighting one of these, he was fighting Joe Joyce. That's it.
Yeah.
And then I think his eye was really hurting. And in all fairness, like if you're thinking like a human being, hey, I could do some serious damage for the rest of my life.
Exactly.
There's another day to fight.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm young. I can do this again.
True, 100%.
But sometimes the crowd just wants blood, and they want to comment like it's so easy to get punched in the face.
I mean, it's true.
What's your opinion on like that warrior stance of, do you take the knee and fight another day, or do you go on your shield?
I haven't been in that position, but you must be going for a lot of pain. I think when you're at that moment, and I think we're all human at the end of the day. I think it's to a certain point where your mind, your body gives up and says that's enough. It will tell you receive a signal. But I mean, our injury never happened during the fight. It happened in sparring and
in camp.
Fighters, one thing they've got is heart. They never want to back down. Even if they're injured, they still want to go on with the fight ahead.
How hard do you know how to spar? Because you said your sparring got hard just before the fight. Like, how do you spar hard enough but then not get like a black eye for the fight?
No, I mean, so all sparrings are hard. No sparrings are easy, but I'm saying the last sparring was a 10-rounder, so I had three sparring partners that was scheduled to spar me. But the first one was sparring. I mean, I was sparring great first round. Second round, I was landing great shots, I wasn't getting hit, and then all of a sudden I throw a left hook and my knee just gave way. Oof. It was like out of nowhere, and then and when knee gives way, it's like you can't stand up.
Bro, I don't think people understand that boxing, just the last bit is your hands, really. Yeah. It's all about legs. Legs. It's how you move.
Legs is what generates the power. Exactly. So legs is the main part. I mean, legs is everything. Legs
so to fight on one leg, sort of, or 1.5 leg.
Yeah, but I think it's very hard to. I don't think I've seen any boxers at that position where their knees given and they carry on fighting. They can't. Dislocation is different. It's still a lot of pain, but a knee giving way, it's hard. It feels like someone just chopped your leg up, and you cannot stand no matter what. Wow. It's crazy. And then, but yeah, luckily we had Sarah. She came into the fight.
Yes.
So before the fight, she came in. She strapped it up, and obviously a lot of things was going through my mind. Being in the change room, saying, I haven't get to do my 10-round sparring because we build up the sparring as we get close to the fight. So we don't do 110 rounds. When you're in a camp, you do a 4-rounder, a 6-rounder. You build it up as you get closer to the fight. And the last 2 weeks of your fight meant to be an 8-rounder and a 10-rounder.
Yes.
I got to do the 8-rounders, but I didn't get to the 10 rounds. So
right.
It plays on your mind saying, shit, am I fit enough to do 10 rounds? So
did you think to yourself you need a knockout early?
Well, the hope, I was like, I don't know if I can, because I didn't know when is my knee gonna go. Yeah. I mean, you got plasters on your knee, but it's not gonna give a guarantee that it's not gonna go. It's just it holds up to a certain point. You can make the wrong movement again, and your knee goes, so it was. It was like just go hard or go home. If you're gonna get knocked out, you're gonna knock him out. So we didn't have any option. And but I was confident with my training. I was confident with my team, and I thought just we'll give it everything you have. And that's what fighters' mentality is. They go in, they give their best. And they know they're ready, but they go give their best. That's what it's all about.
Wow, man. I don't think people appreciate that enough, honestly, like what you guys have to go through in that ring. Because another thing, like, you can be really, really strong. I don't know if you've ever experienced this in amateurs or in professional fighting, but you could be so ready for a fight, but on the day, it's like your whole energy's left you.
Yeah, it's true, 100%. I mean, I've been in one of the first fight that I lost. I came out short. Well, I didn't get the decision. I thought I did enough to get the win.
Is that from Ijaz?
Yeah. So I fought.
Did you fight him 3 times?
3 times? Yeah.
3 times you
Yeah.
fought.
I was
him,
meant
yeah?
to fight 4 times, but
Wow.
I had an injury again on my knee, and then we didn't want to hold up his career, so we said, you can go have a fight.
Yeah. How important is a dance partner? Like, because you fought 3 times. You I don't know. Like, does styles make fights? Like, what is it?
100% style makes fight, and we just been unfortunate. We got stuck with him. He's a tough guy. A lot of people don't understand. He's got an engine. I don't think all my years I've seen an engine like that.
Wow.
He constantly there. He will not let you breathe, and
Yeah.
he's not the kind of guy that will got dangerous power or skill. He's just got a good engine. Everywhere you go, he's there. And the moment you stand there, he's gonna throw 1,000 punches. He doesn't know where he's throwing it, but he's throwing it. So he's gonna land. Of course, you can dodge 5, 4, and then the
Yeah.
next 2 is gonna land.
Yes.
So that's what made him an exciting fight between me and him for all this past almost 2-3 years. We've been together fighting each other, but
Yes.
my career's got held up. His career's got held up, but we both. If we have to do it, we'll fight. We'll do it. We'll carry on doing it as long as it makes sense to the public and to the managers. We'll fight. We'll agree to anything.
How does it feel like to lose?
It was a hard moment. I think it's very bad. I mean, I hate to lose. I hate to lose, and I didn't thought I lost. I had a lot of people. I mean, everyone had their opinion. It's boxing at the end of the day.
It would have been different if you got knocked out. You're like, all right, I
Yeah.
got knocked out.
Yeah.
It happened.
Yeah, but no, I mean, if I knew he's done enough to beat me, the fight was close, But I mean, great fighters that was doing a commentating on that fight, like Josh Taylor. I had a lot of feedback after the fight anyway from what's his name? There was like a few big names that messaged me that said, "Listen, I thought you won," because we was meant to be there. We just meant to be at an undercard for Colframpton versus Haringey. I think it was Haringey, and they got called off the last week of the fight schedule. Then we was meant to be a co-main event for what's his name? I forgot his. So there was meant to be another main event, and then the last 2 days of the fight, they got called off.
Right.
So just one day before the fight, we received a phone call saying the whole show is off. So I said, "Oh, it's off." And then we received another phone call saying,
It's back on.
"Do you want to take the main event?"
Whoa!
I was like, "What's going on?" So there's a lot of pressure. And then obviously prior to that, 2-3 months, I lost my mom as well. So it was mentally, it was a lot of things on my mind. But you can't blame it. I just guess it wasn't my day that day, and it wasn't my time, I guess. And I came up short. So what we did was we rescheduled the fight and we went again in Birmingham in EC, and it was for the British title. I thought I did that enough as well, but we're fighters. We all think he believes he won, I believe I won, and that's why everyone needs to go and watch it, have their own opinion on it. And then we had to go again for the third time in Tilford. At Tilford, I thought I did way too much more than both my fight. I thought I nicked it by far.
Right.
Although the referee took a point off me, I thought still drew. So it was.
How much do you think politics plays a part in boxing?
It plays a lot. The British title, and not many Asian fighters have got the British title. I don't know if they British Border Boxing want to give it to any Asian fighters, but it's very hard. Like Amir Khan, he hasn't fought for them. He's a world champion. He never fought because domestic is very hard.
Yeah.
British fighting in Britain, you got domestically you have a very hard opponent than fighting nationally. I can fight thousands of Africans from African countries that I would say that they're number one, and I'll beat them because they're easy. They're not in a higher challenge than me. It's just like a football, like Premier League is hard league.
Yeah.
Like it's very hard league. People don't understand, but Premier League is very hard league.
So like British Championship is held up very high then.
Oh, domestically it's very British. That's why British title is the hardest title, and it's the most prestige title to get.
And you think the British Board of Control sort of
maybe I don't know, but the odds was crazy. Like the odds was crazy. The first fight with me and the second fight with me and AJ had, the odds were so crazy for a draw. It's like 1-2. I think it was 1-2.
So if it's a draw, that means no one wins the belt.
No one wins the belt. It's still vacant. But
okay.
Only the judges can say if it's gonna be a draw or not, because there's 3 judges. So
yeah.
If they knew that this fight is gonna close, no one's gonna knock them out. They know fighters, so maybe they had a bet to keep it a draw.
Also, here's one for you. I've seen like Conor Ben fight, and one of his earlier fights, I think it was within the first 10. It could have been his 7th fight. Don't quote me on that, but it looked like he lost. One of the fights he was very tight, and then all of a sudden Conor Ben's the winner. And you just think, is it because he has the name and he can sell the seats?
I think so, yeah. Because remember, so the board, that's how it works. It's very political. The British Board of Boxing needs to make money, and it's business, and they need bigger names in the country to stay busy and to pack up places. So they're more busy, so they can carry on working and doing corners and giving out license and getting more people to turn pro. That's what it's all about.
Yes.
And they don't like upset for bigger names.
And like let's talk about for a minute the heavyweight champions. Like you've had Anthony Joshua, prized fighter, and then you've had Tyson Fury, and it just felt like no one liked Tyson Fury. Like it was everything against him. He said the wrong thing on BBC personality awards, and that's it. He had no support. He came to Manchester Airport as a world champion from Dusseldorf. No one there to support him. There's no coverage there, nothing. And then Anthony Joshua comes on the scene, and it's like he's the best thing since sliced bread. Do you think because of his background they treat him differently because he's gypsy?
I don't know about that. Honestly, I don't want to get involved that much into it, but maybe there is, maybe they're not. But don't get me wrong, they're both hell of a fire, and they're both keeping the Britain boxing alive. 100.
Who's your guy?
I would love to see the fight. I like both of them. I'm a fan of AJ and a fan of Tyson Fury.
Yes.
But if I had to give it based on the skill and that, I think Tyson Fury's got enough skill to beat him. But then again, Joshua, you can't write off Joshua, 2-time world champion, and you never know. It's a heavyweight.
You never know. One punch
away from a knockout. Anyone can make anyone.
What do you think of Usyk, bro?
Usyk is a hell of a fight. I think it's too small for heavyweight. I think against someone like Wilder, Tyson Fury, he'll get beaten easier.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because,
don't get me wrong, he's a great boxer.
Brilliant boxer,
but I just think it's too small. Like, I think Joshua could beat him up easy. I just think he had the wrong game plan or maybe wrong mindset. But if he went there how he normally goes and just fight and bully him,
that's it.
Then he wouldn't have stopped him. He tried to go boxer, got a boxer that is great. It's like, I don't care how good you are, you can't go and box Lomachenko. You lose in boxing. You have to fight him. You have to give him. You have to hurt him. You have to disrespect him. Like, show him no respect. Hit his leg, his hips.
Like Tyson was quite short, but he was a fighter, wasn't he?
Exactly.
He wanted to go in there and just.
Mike Tyson, like his style is so hard to do. Like Pacquiao style, it gets you exhausted. The amount of movement they do, it is crazy.
That's why later on in their career,
they're like one of a lifetime styles. They're only good at it. They're only good at it. You can't just copy it. Like Pacquiao style, it's hard. Like I can be very free, and if I try to copy style, maybe for a round, 2 rounds, I get exhausted because the amount of movement he makes. He's like da da da, and then just it's crazy.
You don't know when that punch is coming from Pacquiao. The way he's like jumping up and down.
Just so much jumping, so much movement. It's crazy.
And you fight out flyweight, is that right?
Super flyweight.
Super flyweight, and that's just before. What's the next weight up?
So you got bantamweight after me, and below me is flyweight, which is.
And how much of a difference does your style matter on your weight class?
Oh no, I don't think the style matters. I think the weight itself matters on you. Well, basically, I'm naturally. I used to box as an amateur. I used to box at first 60. I was a very big young kid at age of 15. I turned amateur, I think 15, 16 it was. But I was very big, and I used to do a lot of weights. So I like my weight, and I was good. But as you turn pro, as you turn elite, you got guys coming in from heavyweight lower. So I was when I went to 50, as I went to the senior amateurs, I knew people were losing weight, and I had to lose weight to come to 56 because I knew the competition could be more harder. People are losing, so people are working extra hard to lose that weight and to come in faster and stronger. So people that was coming from people that was at 56, they were probably coming from 62, 61, and I had to do the same. And to the pro, it was different. And to the pro, same people doing the same thing from 65, they coming to 50, 51, and I was thinking, I gotta do it because when they come in that low, they carry on that power. They bring in that power with them.
Right.
So, yeah, because when I just turned pro, I think the first sparring, we were sparring everyone almost to see what weight category we're gonna go to, and I think one of the sparring partner we had at that time was Archie Sharp. Obviously, I just wanted to turn pro. We didn't know what weight it was gonna be, and I sparred Archie Sharp, and he looked massive, and he used to fight at 56 as a pro.
Right. Okay.
And obviously he was experienced. He had about 7-8 fight I think at that time, and I just turned pro. So we sparred him, and then he hit me with a shot, and all the shot was solid, and I was thinking, whoa. So me and my team sat down. We're like, listen, people are coming from higher, and he was walking around at 62, 63, and I was around 50. Being normal fit, like coming gym daily by day, I was 56, 57, and they're like,
that 5-6 kilo matters a lot.
Yeah. So it's like you have to drain yourself to the lowest to carry that weight, and so
Okay, I didn't know that.
yeah, we had to.
That's interesting. And then, how quickly do you have time to rehydrate? So
it depends,
once the weigh-in happens.
So it depends. If it's a title fight, you normally have a weigh-in one day before the fight, so you got about 24 hours.
And how much weight can you put on in them 24 hours?
If you do it properly, you can put on about 5-6 kilo.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Water weight or?
Water weight.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much does that help you?
Helps you a lot.
It just means that there's more power
but
behind coming.
You need the right, nutritionist and dietitianist.
So it's not just go for a KFC after and put it on.
We go Nando's. Nando's the main thing.
Nando's got plugged.
Nando's on.
If Nando's want to sponsor, here he is.
All the fighters go Nando's. I think it's a slight meat. It's not red meat. It's easy to digest.
Yep, grilled.
And grilled, yeah. So it's not oily. It doesn't make you slower.
Okay.
It's good stuff. So
what sides?
Sides, I have mashed potato, a bit of carbs. You need a bit of carbs too. But
so when you're cutting weight, do you have to cut your carbs?
Yeah, you gotta go. Well, it depends on that week of the fight. You cut carbs a lot. Just before you weigh in, you have to cut.
Because that's why, you see people like Ricky Hatton, as soon as he's ended his career, that's it, ballooned.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, like I said,
it's a lifestyle.
It's hard when you're in a camp. Obviously, trying to first cut as much as you can to get to what weight you need to fight at. So I'll be fighting at 56 because I know that from 56 to 52, I'm gonna get rid of the water weight. So, and maintaining at 56, you have to cut fizzy drinks and all of that.
And the longer you fight at a weight, do you try to grow into that weight, if that makes sense? So instead of, I've just lost water, now I've made the weight, are you trying to go, well, let me stay at 56 and be muscular as possible in this sort of weight? Is that the goal, or? Well,
the goal is to be stay stronger. So what we did, we increased. So as we reach 56, we increased the water weight now. We increased the water level. So we drink a lot of water during the next 2-3 weeks that we got towards the weighing. So we increased the water weight so much, and then we increase, and we try to stay 56 with the water that we increasing. So we eat less, but we increase the water to maintain 56. So as soon as we hit the fight week, that's when we start getting rid of the water. That helps you to get rid of the water. And then as soon as we do the weigh in, we got big water with electrolyte in. Smash it.
Wicked.
And eat.
Wow.
The
what a science! What science behind it? Is your diet any different in terms of these days? I think everyone's starting to get bloated when they eat certain foods, all these GM, genetically modified and stuff. Do you eat just the normal chicken, or do you have organic chicken, or do you have special food that's natural or something, or how do you concentrate on that, or does your dietitian tell you?
No, well, we got a lot of vitamins pills and that. But we don't like. I focus on during the 4 weeks or 3 weeks of diet that I'm on a strict diet. I focus vegetable a lot, but again they're all chemicalized. They're not organic.
Yeah.
It's hard to get the organic unless you go to the organic shop. But how long? You're gonna be so busy. It's hard.
I've just come from Crete 2 days ago. That's why I'm so brown.
Yeah.
But they've had vegetables there, and they had chicken there, and the size of chicken was different. And we was going like horse riding, and so you saw the animal chicken around you and stuff, and you was like, that's what I call a chicken.
Exactly.
And so when you're eating, you're like, now I feel
like,
I didn't even have any of my
right food.
vitamins. So I come in the UK and I'm running and then doing weight training, whatever I do. But I have like my A to Z, my cod liver oil tablets, all of these other little iron, bit of magnesium, whatever I need. I feel good. Over there didn't have none of that. Just vitamin E from the sun.
Exactly.
Yeah, good strength, and the food was different. And it was just like, try this beef, or try this. It's just been recently we've just cut that and it's there. Whereas UK, it's bloody. You see it coming out of a truck, and you don't think.
I don't know how long it's been.
How long has that been frozen for? And he's carrying it over the shoulder, and he's coming in, and then they butcher it, and then you don't know how long it's behind that glass. You really don't, bro.
So that's why we have to take a lot of pills.
What's your stat? Can I ask you what sort of vitamins does a boxer take to keep his energy level high?
What I do, we get injection of vitamin B.
Vitamin B, okay.
So for blood, to increase the blood, so we do it every week.
Okay.
We do that when we're in the camp. Not right now, I'm not doing it, but when we're in the camp, we do that. A lot of vitamin D, vitamin C, almost all the vitamins. We buy all the vitamins. We take it daily by daily. So you take one. The pills that you take one a day, you take one. But if you take the ones that are taken twice a day, you take twice. Same as cod liver oil, fish
joints,
oil,
everything.
all that you have to take. So because the foods are they are chemicalized. They're not.
Yes.
They're all genetically modified. They're not giving you the full vitamin. That's why you've got the nutritionist telling you need to take this. So of course, if I'm in a different country where everything is organic, then I think it will be more helpful with the food. The food will be more easier. You don't need to take the pills, I think. But because we're here, so we have to take the pills.
Okay, nice. And what's your training regime looking like?
Well, training was crazy, man. So I was training. So I work every day. I work every day, even when I'm in a camp.
Work?
Like my family work, business work.
Okay.
I have to work. I work 7 days a week.
Oh wow.
So the only day I'm off is my fight day.
So now you're like a IBO continental champion.
Yeah.
It doesn't give you the opportunity to.
No, I still work because it's my family business.
Do you have to work?
I work, yes. Of course, I have to work. I think it's my discipline. It's not that I don't want to.
Right, but does the money from being a continental champion retire you?
No. I've got to look. I think my business is what's keeping me to do all this stuff. But my business is good, and I just want to stay dedicated in my business as well.
So is this paying the bills right now or not?
It's not paying the bills, no.
No. Wow.
I think, but I think my business is good, so I'm grateful for my business. And
what's the next step from continental champion?
we're looking to defend this and then fight for the IBO world title. Because
So
the
it's
world
world
title
title
is
after this.
vacant, yeah.
Okay.
That's the plan.
Right.
That's true. That's the main goal. Look, we want to stamp our name into a history book. We've already done it by becoming the first British Afghan to win the WBO European in UK. There was the first Afghan, again, British Afghan to get 2 titles in UK. No Afghan has done it. You had a lot of great Afghan boxers, don't get me wrong, that turned pro before me and went for the belts and they came out short. And I broke that. I think they were stuck in this barrier thing, and I broke that barrier. So I was the first guy to do it, and I'm sure that there's a lot of upcoming Afghan boxers, British Afghan boxers, that are gonna maybe get bigger titles than me and easier, and bigger and faster, and that's the whole point.
I want to ask you, like, obviously, when you start a camp, you've got loads of people around you, you've got other fighters, you've got sparring partners, you've got dietitians around you, you've got probably a striking coach, and different specialists around you. You've got fight week coming. First of all, what is it like when it's the day that you're gonna fight and you're there and the screens are behind you and you're just jogging and you're ready to do that ring walk and you're like, shit, no one else is here apart from me now?
When you realize everything when you're in the change room. When they saying, okay, your hands are wrapped up, you have weight shoulder, and you just have a flashback saying, we're gonna go in now. it's either my hand's gonna get raised or someone else gonna get hand raised, and you got a lot of adrenaline going through you, and you like, but yeah, a lot of emotion goes through you as well, for all that camp that you've had, whether however your life been through that camp. You could have you could have had a good camp, but it's still the outside matters as well, because you're still surrounded by outside world, what you're doing on a daily basis, and all of that just hit you back, what you've been through, what you're going through, and where you're gonna go next.
Does the crowd phase you at all?
No, I think that once you're in that ring, the crowd.
Can the crowd motivate you or demotivate you if they're shouting for you? Go on, Kaisy!
I think it's good.
Is it like,
they do give you some energy.
yeah? And what about if the opposite's happening, like boo, boo?
I think but I think fighters, no, they don't. They don't get too much phased by the.
You don't get
crowd.
angry like, why you booing me? I'm gonna have to show you or anything. No.
I mean, there was a time when I fought Aja, so we fought in his home turf,
Yeah.
where his crowd was there.
Okay.
And I was like, well, Katsy's crowd saying boo, and you're fighting. You're going for a war. You're going for. So I just looked there and smiled, and you don't really. To me, I don't. Maybe some fighters take it different.
So you've had both.
Yeah.
What, any difference in energy for you?
I smile with both of them. I don't care. I just want to go in there, because once you're doing that ring walk, you're going there for a fight. So everything kind of fades away, and I just like to walk with a smile. You're going for a fight. You don't know what the result's going to be, because you're not fighting a journeyman or not. You find a domestic 50-50 fight.
Yes.
And
okay, well, then the fight happens and it's done. You've got the title, yeah? Nice. All right, you've got a little press conference here and a little somebody's calling you up for an interview. Cool. And then you don't know when you're fighting again.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that high to nothingness?
I think for me, after I won my title, it was something big, because my Afghanistan's been in war for so long, and the new government as well. They're not it's kind of took everyone's energy as well. So not much success has been coming from the sports.
Are you a hero over there?
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah, so they know you.
So I'm bringing a little happiness. Yeah, they know me, so it's good. I'm bringing a little happiness to people's. I'm giving them joy. So that's the main thing. That's what they need. Because there's people out there.
So it's not about you.
It's not about me. No, it's about them. When I win the title, I don't need to box, to be honest. I'm financially stable to What I like to do is, if I can give a joy to someone, and motivate someone, and being history, that's what all I'm here for.
I want to find out, why do you care about Afghanistan so much? I mean, I know it's your home country, but you've left that country, you started your life up here, you're winning titles, and you're doing well in your business. Let's go back.
Yeah.
Where did life start for you, bro?
My life started, so I was born in Afghanistan during the World War. Not World War, so during war, when Taliban was coming and taking over Afghanistan.
That was in 94 you was born?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I think that at that time the Taliban was already taken over, so it was still a lot of fight was going on.
What was that like growing up?
That time was more violent than what is now.
What does that mean, violent?
It was just a lot of killing. So it was the Taliban.
Did you see people being killed in front of you?
Yeah, my brother gave me. No, well, not me. I didn't say, but he got shot outside my house. I mean, in the house actually, just in the front door.
So what? They knock on your door and just wanna kill you?
Well, they ask you. Obviously, they have some purpose, some reasoning, and I think maybe they were targeting certain people.
Asking for money.
Well, money as well, and man, I don't know, but they were more violent than the new ones that are here now. They're very violent, and that's why a lot of people run away. A lot of people are killed, and we was kind of wanted by them. I don't know for what reason, but so we, middle of the night. I remember it was like 1998. Was a coach came in. We all jumped in the middle of the night, and we just went towards Pakistan.
You're 4 years old.
Yeah, I was about 4 years old, and we went towards Pakistan, and then we stayed in Pakistan for 2 years, trying to stay, start life there.
Was you accepted there?
Pakistan is normal, so it's fine. They got all different people from different.
Did
countries.
You need were they have you got permission to stay here or anything like that?
I don't think so, but they allow at that time they allowed refugees or something.
Okay.
I think maybe maybe the government was told they can come in.
Okay.
And they welcomed them. So we lived in Peshawar for the first 2 years until another incident happened there. Another group of Taliban that came in, threatened us, and then at that time my oldest brother and my uncle was in UK, because they came here in 1998.
Okay.
So we was in Pakistan till from 1998 to 2000 we were there, until obviously a lot of people came in Pakistan after my dad and my family, and then we knew we wasn't safe here as well. So that's when our journey started to come here, because my brother and my uncle, they're like, you don't need to come here, it's not safe there for you. So we decided to start a journey, and yeah, it was long. It was a long journey. It took us about 2 years to get here, because it wasn't a straight flight, so it wasn't sponsored or anything like that to get here. So we got here, but by the help of traffickers.
Right.
We had to pay a lot of money. Well, not us, but my brother was working. He had three at that time. My brother and my uncle, they both worked about 3 different shifts a day.
Wow.
They only slept 4 hours to cover enough money to bring us a group of 30 of us.
Wow.
It was a lot of money, and it took us. So it was fine in Pakistan, but when we went for other countries such as Russia and Bulgaria, Slovakia, they were very different towards refugees. The police were very different. They used to beat you up, arrest you.
For what?
For anything. They didn't like you coming into their country. They didn't like you crossing over their country.
Had no respect for you.
Yeah, so everything was done hiddenly. So we had to hide. We had to travel at night time, in certain amount of night time, from jungles and that. We had to stay in the jungle for a day, 2 day.
Wow.
Stay in a little hut for like a month. We eat one food a day, all of us, and until then you went to move us next again, or until the traffickers received money for them to carry on, start making you move to the next destination. And that's what it was. So it wasn't like my brother had to pay all money to bring us here. He worked and he gave whatever he could to just slowly move us. And we got in Germany eventually, and Germany was a bit better. They accepted us, They gave us. We was in first we was in I think it was Frankfurt. We was there for like about 3-4 months. A great place for refugees. They were giving us food, lots of food and everything. And then they moved us to Munich. They moved us there, and then we were there for like, they was gonna build a house for us. They was gonna give us residential to stay there. But my dad was like, no, we've started the journey to get to UK. Let's get to UK.
Okay.
And after I think about 7-8 months, we left there as well.
Right.
We left there, and then we went to France. From France, 3 attempts in a lorry, and then we got here.
Wow.
It was crazy, but it was when I look back at it, it felt like an adventure. It was like, wow, what a journey.
Wow.
But I'm grateful that we got here. People been trying. Big families been trying for years and years. It's hard.
So once you got here, what happened then?
So when we got here, obviously the government took us, placed us in a hotel for like a day, 2 day, and then my brother came in saying that no, I'm going to be looking after them. So we was in 3 different groups, so not all of us came in at once.
Right.
One group came from Germany to France, and then France to here.
Right.
And another group came in, and then the third one came in, and then the first group was me and my sister-in-law and his kids, so my brother's family. And when we went to the hotel, and we went to the hotel, and then the next day my brother came in saying that I'm fully responsible for them. I'll financially help them. They don't need no help from the government. I'm gonna apply for them to stay here. And my brother had a little fish and chip shop at the time. My brother and my uncle. So we lived in a small little house. It was I think 2 bedroom, and it was about 7-8 of us. So it was a small place, but we worked for like a year, 2 years. We were there 2-3 years, and then he sold that, and he got into off-license business, because he's always been a shopkeeper.
Nice.
And
was you a shopkeeper?
Yeah, I was helping buy, and I was always helping. And
cash and carry.
I still can. Oh, cash and carry. there was a life, and even now, now we've done it. We went to bigger, off-license business, and we've opened money. We're now we're doing well family-wise.
Something I noticed different about English people and people who come from like different backgrounds, different communities, Indian, Pakistan, Afghanistani, like we believe a lot in unity.
Unity. Yeah.
Because my granddad used to send, because my dad came here when he was 10 years old, so probably one generation before you guys, and they all slept in one room. My grandparents used to sleep on the floor, and the 3 brothers used to sleep on the bed. one room, and then it's like you work, you go to school. When you're old enough, you all three work. Oh, give me the money, I'll buy the lentil and the rice.
Exactly.
And now we've got enough money to put a deposit on that.
Exactly.
And it's like unity.
Yeah.
And then
Works
okay,
better.
we get a nice big house now for stories, and you will have a flat each.
Exactly.
And then as soon as the business earns more, we
start,
buy one
yeah.
house and one of the brothers move out
Exactly.
slowly. And it's like
It works better like that. Much better.
we were able to grow, and it's
Exactly.
you're telling me the same story.
Yeah, 100%. I think unity. I think with unity you go forward faster and better and safer. I think being alone is hard. I don't think there's so much at you that you're not able to save up anything in here, especially UK. So you have to sacrifice. So that means you have to. You can't leave the first few. You have to live among people, and you have to among your family, and there's not going to be some ups and downs, but you gotta take it. It's not because he said that, he said that. No, I gotta stick by one agreement, and that's it. And then slowly, once things work out, it will work out very well for you.
Yes.
Like we've bought property. Not that I said we sort of made a company and we bought a lot of commercial properties, and it's just there, and we all got a share into it, and we all got our own share, and we've
That's amazing.
contributed towards family work, and that's the main
That's
thing.
amazing. What's the motivation there? Because it feels like you're building an empire. Amazing. You're a continental champion in the ring.
Yeah.
There's something firing you, like something's burning to say. It's almost like you're running away from something else to go that side.
Yeah. No, I mean the family is there and it's improving. The empire is building, but I want to leave. I've always, as a young kid, I always believed I'm here for a purpose to leave. I want to leave my name historically.
Legacy.
Legacy. I want to leave a legacy here, and the legacy is to become the first Afghan British world champion, first Afghan to ever become a world champion. And Afghanistan's trying anything because it's my motherland. Don't get me wrong, I love Britain. Britain's my country.
Yes, of
I
course.
die for this country. It's given me all the opportunity. I'm so grateful for it. But Afghanistan is my mother. My mother was, my dad, my mom. They were very, very innocent people that they were unfortunate to leave their country. They did not want to leave their country. They left it because for the safety of us. And it's a country. It's a beautiful cultural country. But I haven't been there since I've left it, and I want to able to give something for the name of my dad, because then Kaisy is my name, but Khademi is. I want Khademi to be remembered. So, and that's the purpose for me. I think, all right, cool. I'm building an empire, but it's just for me. When I die, all right, cool. Someone else gonna own it, but I'm not gonna be remembered, am I? Let's leave something to be remembered. Let's do something to inspire people, a generation of people. That's the main thing. I want to inspire and motivate people, and people say, what, this guy did this. He paved the way for this community, for these people, and look, that's what it's all about, and that's what I want to do. Money comes and goes, but I think being remembered is something more, worth more. I think.
Wow, like it's just phenomenal, that thinking, you know what I mean, bro? Like, because it feels like you really feel the pain that your country's been through.
Oh, a lot, man. I think 4 years it's a war, and it's never stopped, and a lot of people dies of hunger, of the war, and it's been used. It has been used. That country's got a lot of minerals, a lot of things that can, like, think of it, 98% of opium comes from Afghanistan.
Wow.
One of the biggest market in the world is pharmacy, right?
Yes.
And all cocoa paracetamol, they're all used from opium, and they're all been, made by opium. But and 98%, not the government, they don't supply the world 98% of that opium. Maybe America does it, or other countries, that have been there for years. They've been doing. They're making it trillions. People they've been using the country, and then they haven't given nothing back to the country. They haven't helped the country.
Where's sort of like the human rights behind this?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think.
Why are not other nations coming in to help and say, well, there's innocent people being killed here?
Politically, I think when there's that kind of money involved, it's hard for any country to step in. Like, for example, Russia. If Russia was looking for their own benefit, they know there was a lot of resources there. There was a lot of minerals and a lot of things they can make money out of, and it's just business. And for political, I think America didn't want to let no one there. And when the previous government wanted to get rid of US, because they weren't doing nothing there to their eyes, and then suddenly Taliban took over. So it was just it's a bit crazy. But
Who exactly are the Taliban? Where did they
well, I don't
originate
know.
from?
I mean, Taliban are made by US to fight Soviet Union back in days. They were the Al Qaeda's, but I think, to my knowledge, if the previous government really wanted to fight them, I think they could have given them a hell of a fight. I don't think they would have just given up, surrendered easily. I think there was something, a bigger, more powerful call that the previous government received to leave everything surrendered to them. So it's a bit different. But anyway, whoever is there, I hope they look after people. And I haven't been back there. I'm talking to both the government right now, the previous and the new government. But I just want the people of Afghanistan to feel safe, and
Do you think you could be like a real role model, like getting these sort of statuses to go in like Manny Pacquiao does to Philippines and does his little role and tries to help his country and charity
Manny
and stuff?
Pacquiao is like my idol. I mean, I started boxing watching. I don't get me wrong, Muhammad Ali is my favorite of all time. Mike Tyson, Ray Robinson,
Yes.
I knew them when I was young. When I was in here, I used to love boxing. I used to watch it, but I never joined boxing club, nothing like that. But I started watching box. I started getting involved into boxing was because of Pacquiao and Floyd.
Okay.
So they were my era when I was like literally 15, 14, and I used
So
to watch
14,
them.
15, you laced your first glove.
Yeah, I laced my first
What,
glove.
what made you go into a boxing club?
I used to fight a lot in school, man.
Okay.
Cause I don't know, I just used to fight. I had good friends and bad friends, and yeah, we just get involved in fighting. I used to get into a lot of trouble, and then
Well, people were a little bit racist back then as well, no?
yeah, well, no, not really
No?
racist, no, a bit. The racist, when I came to the country, they were very racist.
Yeah.
Because my primary school was a Catholic school, and there was a lot of kids that was racist because of what happened at that time, 9/11. So people were very different towards Afghanistan. They're like, "Oh, you're a terrorist." That time, yes, but I was a very innocent kid. Primary school, I kind of got bullied. But then when I went to secondary school, during summer holiday, just before I went to secondary school, I went to see my brother in Sheffield because they lived in a different. My dad, mom, they lived in a different. I was away for like 10 years from them. They used to be in Sheffield, and I used to live with my older brother. And then during summer holiday time, I went to see them, and my brother used to fight. He loved fighting. He was older than me. His name is Nima. He used to love fighting,
Right.
and he gave me some few tips like, listen, don't let no one bang him, like.
Yeah.
So I came in back, and then stopped fighting, and I was still a decent boy, but as time went on, as I hit year 9, year 10, I started fighting a lot more. And this is with my family, because I used to go to school, and from school I used to go shop. So I was a shop teller from 5 p.m. to 11, 12 p.m. and go back home, sleep, and the next day do the same thing. Just like I didn't have no. But when I was in school, I used to fight. I used to fight a lot. And then I think that I got excluded. There was a point where I got excluded from school for like a week, 2 weeks, and my brother was like, "Enough. Go find something that takes
take your aggression out."
Yeah. And the nearest boxing club I looked online was Club KO. It's literally away from me. So it was a small little club, and I just joined in. And it was the first day I went there. There was so it was like there was a few kids there, but they were like, one of the kids goes after me after the session. He goes like, "Do you want to spar?" I was like, because there was a few amateurs sparring. I was like, "All right, cool," because we was watching them, and I was like, "Yeah, cool." So yeah, he put our gloves on, I put gloves on, and I didn't have gum shield. I don't know if he had gum shield, but we both put a head guard on. And as soon as that bell rang, I closed my eyes, run at him, start throwing punches. Next few minutes, I look down, he's on the floor, and then that coach was like, "Listen, you got a speed, kid, and you should take boxing seriously. Come every day, I'll train you this."
Wow. Okay.
That's when.
So that coach spotted it straight
Yeah,
away.
yeah, yeah.
Do you think you can spot talent straight away?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I think it just depends.
If you're gonna look at a little 15-year-old now, would you be able to look and go, "This guy's made for boxing" or not? Or is it hard work over time, or is it you've got to have a little spark about you and then go, "I can put that shit
With
on."
boxing, there's you can find talent. You can see a few talent. You can spot on a talent straight away. You can say, "Well, this guy's got talent," or this guy, and then you could see a talent differently, and then you could see a heart differently. So I don't know if the coach maybe see a heart in me. I just went because there wasn't skill, nothing. There was no skill from me. There was no talent, but I just knew how to punch up. And then I think maybe see the heart, and because I've seen great talents. There are some great talents, and At the pro, they haven't done much. In the amateurs, they've done a lot. Like I've seen them get loads of titles in the amateurs. But when they went to the pro, it's a whole different. They haven't achieved much to their full potential, and I don't know. It's just.
If somebody's
I think you need both in the boxing. You need both. You need talent, but talent can get beaten by a hard work. Hard work is a major, and hard work can be done by having a big heart.
Can you overtrain?
You can overtrain, of course. Yeah, it's not good though. Overtraining causes an injury. That's where the injury comes from.
So somebody's like a little bit lost right now. Then they're 14, 15, and they're a bit angry with life. Life hasn't given them the best cards. Maybe parents let them down, friends let them down, and they're just thinking, oh, why does my life have to be like this? But they're angry and they get in trouble maybe with the police or with the wrong people. What would you say boxing can do for somebody?
Well, boxing can take that aggression off him. Can discipline him. Once the good thing about boxing is it teaches you that you're not the strongest. There's always someone stronger there than you. It disciplines you, humbles you. It just wisen you up a bit. It give you another source of knowledge and logic. A lot of people are missing logic nowadays, but logic is very important. And then it just kind of opens up certain things to you as a human being, certain logics that what I'm a human, got 2 hands, but there's others out there. I'm not the strongest. I'm just a normal guy, and it kind of humbles you down that you're not. When I went to the gym, as I progress, I see guys are very good. You're smaller than me, bigger than me, younger than me, and it was so different. So it teaches you many things. But definitely helps. I'll recommend anyone that's going through hard in life. I think boxing is the best. Takes so much anger and stress off you. Incredible.
Just relaxes you a little bit more, and it makes you feel like you've done something with your
day. Exactly. Kind of. You know what it does. Because if you're mentally drained, and you go have so much stress in your life, boxing kind of remotivate your energy in a way. When you go boxing, it's cool. You're punching. You might not have that mentality, but someone's out there and you scream, "Come on, you can do it! You can do it!" Pushes you, gets that energy, that sparkle back in your body back up. It re-energizes you. It's just the community of boxing is so good. It's the surrounding of it, the smell. It smells blood and sweaty, but it's nice. You know that you're in a real dark place, and it's good. I think the best sport.
What does boxing mean to you?
To me, I love boxing. I don't know. I think if I can't box, I'll be in a lot of trouble, man. I get heavy-handed. I get irritated. I don't know. I got this anger issue problem, and boxing takes all of that out of me.
That's very good of you to share that, bro. I really appreciate that. Now, something you said a little bit earlier on, you said you went to school and then you went to the shop. That was my life as well. Where did you learn about life when you look back? Did the shop teach you or did the school teach you?
I think the shop teach me more. School was decent. I mean, it educates you, but main knowledge comes from the shop because you learn how to communicate with people, how to sell things. You learn a lot of, you learn a lot of the business wise. You know that life is not easy. It's not as easy as they tell you in school. Yes, you learn this subject, but it teaches you that, listen, all them subject doesn't matter as long as you know how to work hard and you know how to shelf up. You can work, and you can find a way to work, keep yourself busy in the shop, and that's the main thing, and improve the business itself. I think the shop helps you a lot more. It helped me.
I totally agree with you.
Teach you everything: how to buy, sell, how to win a customer.
Was you getting paid?
No, we don't get. None of us get paid. None of the brother. We don't. None of us. So the thing about with us is we don't. Even that time, I used to work for my brother. So none of us. Not even my brother himself didn't get paid. So it was like money was saved, and when it was saved, when a new idea came in, we put it into that.
But that teaches you something different as well, because a lot of people go, "I'm not moving into how much you getting paid? No, that's not enough for me. I'm not coming." But working for nothing is like delayed gratitude.
Exactly.
It's like
100%.
Thank you later.
Later, exactly.
Because right now you're probably, what are we talking about now? You're a champion boxer. We're talking about the days in the shop. What that's teaching you,
exactly.
How important them lessons are. And I think them little side hustles and just getting off your backside and doing something is so important. You know,
100%.
and if you've got family who's got a business, or if you know the business shop down the road who needs a hand and say, can I fill up some shelves? It's not degrading you.
No, no, no. 100% no, it's not. Or like I said, I've learned so much in the shop. The amount of people you come in across. Because I used to work on a till. I was very young. I was 13, 14. I used to be on the till alongside my brother. Serve certain groceries. I couldn't touch the alcohol, but
Yeah.
but it was good because you see all different people. You know that from there you see that everyone's going through different phases, and not all these people are the same. You know, people are, you see drunken people, you see hustlers, you see good people, you see business people, and you know how to talk in what way with, the way they are.
Mirror people.
And to get to sell your product and to keep them being your customer. So you have to know. So it's not like hello mister to every customer. You can't. You have to be how the customer is.
Mirror.
Yeah, you have to be a mirror. And then
Otherwise, you say
to build that bond so that he comes in again to you.
Yeah.
He feels that if he's in the right place where he's buying his right stuff.
Yes.
That's how a customer is. You want to go to a shop where the shopkeeper is exactly like you. You feel like you're home, so you carry on coming to him.
Yes.
And
You wanna feel
get
like
how to
part of the community.
exactly. And the business side of it as well, how to sell certain things to them.
Yeah.
Selling, this much, I'll cut this much off you. Just getting them to come, and you learn so much, and it's just crazy.
And people come and speak to you about their problems sometimes as well, no?
Yeah, everyone's got a problem.
They've always got a story, innit?
Yeah.
And sometimes you go, don't ask this person, they was to be here for half an hour.
Half an hour, exactly.
He's done this again.
Yeah, certain customers, they just come, it just gives you a headache, just talk, and you got customers. So what we do is like, as if you're listening, but you can't be rude to them, innit? Because you don't know what kind of phase and mentality they're going through. When we were younger, it was different. I was like, move out of the way, man. And but now, as I'm older now, as I've been so much experience in the shop, I say yes. I try to help him because I know he could be going through a mental problem. I've grown up. I've seen that through the years, and I just say, just give him space for another customer, but he carry on talking, and then until he's bored and he leaves, and it's fine. But he feels better. Maybe he feels better, and then that way, you're helping a society as well. You're giving something back to the community. At least you're taking their word, and you're not giving him saying, "Listen, I don't want to talk to you again." You don't want to feel him like that. They don't want to go home saying, no one cares about me. Then because nowadays a lot of people are going through mental illnesses, and you have to, as a human, you have to consider that, especially men. Men, they don't want to express themselves. The only time they can express themselves when they're over drunk. Yeah. They can tell you how what they're going through.
Yes. Have you gone through any mental health yourself?
No, I haven't. And I hope I do not. And but look, I'm physically. I keep myself. I focus a lot on myself. It's like there was a saying. I heard this saying a while ago. That if you chase a butterfly, it's going to be hard. Maybe you might not catch that butterfly, but if you focus on building a garden, all the butterfly comes to you. And it's the same thing. If you look after yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, I think you're in a better position to control everything around you. You can do almost everything. You've been in good health. Things will come to you positively, and that's why I try to. I'm not looking. I hope I do not come across I don't get no mental problem, but. Right now, I'm keeping myself fit, and you have to physically.
Keeping yourself busy.
Yeah,
keeping yourself busy. You're doing something. You're not allowing anything to come to you.
Exactly.
You're working hard in a full-time job.
Yeah.
You're training hard in camps. You're winning titles. You're inspiring your country. Like, do you ever stop and say, "Man, I'm great"?
I do, but I think until I get the world title, I still say I got a long left. Yeah. So there's the failure comes when you're on your journey to somewhere, and then you lay off your leg, lift up your feet and say, I'm relaxed. No, I've done enough. You haven't done enough. And I still believe I haven't done enough. So I'm still grafting, still working hard, business wise and sports wise. But I'm enjoying it in the same way. So I'm not like.
Who's your boxing idol?
My boxing, Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
And who is somebody who's active right now that you go, right, that person's good. I love that person's style.
Oh, boxing now. There's great boxers out there. I mean, I look at Gervonta Davis, an animal.
Okay.
Lomachenko, great boxing skills, IQ. There are some great fighters. They're all great in their own way, and I look at all these fighters and I pick something out of them.
Who do you want to fight?
What my weight?
Yeah.
My weight, I like to fight Chocolito. Chocolito is the greatest at my way, I think, and yeah, he's a Hall of Famer, and I would love to fight him. I would love to fight him.
Are you always going to stay at this weight?
It depends. If I can get world title, I'll move up. Straight away, move up. I'm trying to get title. I'm looking to get. My target is to get title, a world title by the end of this year or beginning, halfway next year.
What sort of money can you earn as being a boxer? So if I'm a continental champion now, what will I get for that? Do I get just paid from our promoter?
You get paid on purse and ticket deals, so it's not much unless you got promotional contract with.
What's not much? Is it like 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand?
Depends who you find, yeah, but around that area.
Okay. And when you're going for title fights, what can it go to?
World title is good. I mean, you can go, it depends. It depends on the audience and attraction. I think I'll be targeting more of a 7-figure number, so more above 100k. That's the kind of thing I'll work for, world title.
So at the moment you've boxed in York Hall, is it?
Yeah, I boxed York Hall, I've boxed in Copper Box Arena, I've boxed in, I think, Utility Arena in Birmingham.
Which one's been the best so far?
They've all been great. I like York Hall. I've never lost in York Hall, so I always like it.
That's a little bit.
It's a small, but it's my home, innit?
When you going to be boxing, in O2, bro?
Hopefully soon. If there's a world title, if my team is working very hard to get the world title fight on the undercard for Tyson Fury in Saudi Arabia, that would be something.
Are you under Frank Warren or?
Yeah, I'm signed with Frank Warren. I've got a contract, promotional deal with him. But
and how long is your contract with him?
So he does a free fight deal or fight deal he gives you based on the contract.
Because we had somebody on here, I don't know if you know, Adil. Yeah, and he looks over contracts and he goes, certain people could end up signing five fights and don't even know it, and then there could be a world championship fight and they're still not getting paid that money.
Exactly.
So it's important to look over contracts.
100%.
Do you look at stuff like that?
100%. I've got good advisor around me that looks at my paperwork, and myself, I'm educated. I've bought shops and lease, and I've done a lot of things. I bought property. I've got property in my name. I bought my house, so you have to look at those terms and conditions properly. And I've looked at the promotional deal with Frank Warren, and we've come off to we're end of our contract, so we're gonna renew the contract.
Would you move to Matchroom if Eddie came up to you?
Well, I'm working with Frank Warren's family at the moment. They're my managers, so what if the deals are good and if my team can work with them, then yeah. It's about my manager that they can work with them.
Do you meet people from the same stable from Frank Warren? Do you meet Fury or anyone like that?
Yeah, I've met Fury. I've met a lot of Frank Warren fighters. Yeah, it's massive. I'm like very small, but Frank Warren. I go to his show most of the time when he's got a show.
Okay.
They always invite me. My manager, because Frank Warren's brother is my manager, Robert Warren, and his sons, Alfie.
Oh wow.
Bob, they all look after me, so
nice.
They're part of the team, and so they're good. They invite me to all the shows, and I'm there.
Are there a lot of differences between Matchroom and Frank Warren? Because I know Frank Warren looks a little bit old school.
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn, you know what he's like? He's a wheeler dealer from Essex, and come on, let's go, and I've got this, and I love a pano, and then Frank Warren's a little bit more like, right, look.
Yeah.
It's the bigger picture now.
They're both businessmen, innit?
Yeah.
They both give out what was the best interest for them, and they both do everything for their own best interest first. And that's business. Me and you buy the right property for the right price, right? They do the same thing. They buy the right boxer for the right price.
Well, that's what they've been doing for generations, isn't it? Even Eddie Hearn, his dad Barry Hearn was doing the darts. They've been in some sort of sports, but
Eddie Hearn's killing because of the zone and all that. He's doing massively. So
he's creating the right network as well, isn't it?
It's good. I mean, he's bringing boxing alive. But the only one thing that I don't like is that he's making a YouTuber so big as well. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good. Certain YouTube fighters such as KSI, Jake Paul, they're great. But then there's too much now. They've just added all this.
Don't you think it's good for the sport, bringing attention?
It is, but they need to focus. They kind of, because people that don't know boxing, and all of a sudden they want to turn on TV and say, I want to watch boxing. They see this, and two guys are just doing a turnaround, and they
you
just
got
punches.
Soul Poppy there.
They're like, what is going on? Then the boxing fans like boxing is destroyed. They turn it off. They change channel, innit? They lose that fan. Well, if they turn on that TV and they see two great fighters just having it, boom, with skills, and all they see the skills, because boxing is an art. They need to see the art, boom, dodge, hit, move, and they're like, wow, this is nice.
Yeah.
And they carry on watching it, and they become a fan of it.
These people dancing is speed, balance, accuracy,
So when you got the new generation watching YouTube fight, and they just see sloppy punch, and they're like, well, this is funny, but they're not, the YouTube fight don't show the hard work for real boxers. That's the only thing is, us lot we go through nightmares to get ready for a camp, and we've been working for years, 14 years, 15 years, to show our art, to display our art in front of a crowd or in front of TV, to get more attention and achieve more things. And then you got these people coming in a higher stage, in a higher TV platform, and doing their scrappy thing, and we don't tend to get that attention then. So
it's taking that.
It's taking that. In a way, it's good. It's a positive in a way, and it's negative. But I think it's good. Okay, Jake Paul, KSI, big names, they're decent. But then they've almost created this thing that every month they're putting on.
YouTubers. I had MVP in here. You know MVP?
Yeah,
Michael Venom
Michael,
Page. He was here a few weeks ago, and he was like, he goes, I want their supporters, because they're diehard supporters.
Course,
like they will fill out arenas. He
100%.
goes, that's one thing he loved about it. How much of us like loyal fans and support do you get? Do you have like an Afghanistan community that follow you and support you as well, or just normal people, or do you just have like random people who just spot you and go, this guy's looking good at the division, or what?
Well, I'm still a prospect. I'm still upcoming fighter, and at that division, and I've got my I've got my diehard Afghan fans that comes all the time, always there, follows me, does everything that I do, they post everything, which is good. And then I've got a community because I'm from East London, so people that knows me there, Asians, blacks, white, they all come. I got Turks, everyone. When you go to my fight, it's just so mix of colors. It's not just Afghanis. You got Pakistanis, Indians. Yeah. So and I've got people that I've got fans. Literally, I've got a fan that watched me once, and he was like, he's become the biggest fan, and he buys 18, 19 ticket off me each fight, and he's a great man. And
I'm one of your fans now as well, bro.
Thank you.
I'm from East London as well.
Yeah, come on.
Born in Stratford.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
you're
Had a
one of
shop
us.
in Stratford as well.
That's
I
it.
went to the KO boxing as well,
Yeah.
like down Canning Town.
Yeah.
Down
How
there
was
we
this
used to
all?
do it. Like nothing like you.
No,
It's just
yeah.
discipline. Just after work, you
Yeah.
want to go and do something a little bit sparring.
That's
Nothing compared to you guys, but it's just good. Like I understand everything you're saying. That adrenaline. I've done something today, and you kiss and make up with everybody you spar with. You're like, thanks for that, bro. Like, or you spar so many times with one guy, and you think, you so and so, you got me, and then there will be one time that you focused and you dreamt about it, that when you get in the ring with that person, you make him miss from the thing that he was succeeding with. He goes, I know exactly how you work, and it'll go for you, and you move, and then he's getting frustrated, why couldn't I get him? And you're just like, this is what I waited. I know I can beat you, I just didn't have the right strategy. I didn't have that key. When you get some more keys, and then they level up again, and then you have to do you know what I mean? I love that sort of that sweaty smell with gloves and stuff. So now we just go to the gym and we just do the pads. I'm nearly 40, so I'm like, I don't want to take no hits and stuff.
Man. You look younger than me.
No, bruv, no. Look, when you're happy,
that's the main thing.
you love what you do, you good for your family, you work hard, you're honest.
That's it.
This is the result.
That's it, 100%.
When you're cheating people, when you're angry, your face becomes like that,
Exactly.
bro.
No, you're right, 100%.
No?
100%.
That's all we are.
Right.
We're real.
Right.
I want to ask, what's been your biggest loss or failure?
My biggest loss with my mum, losing my mum. She was young. She was 52 years old.
Wow, it's too young.
And she had a cancer, and it was crazy. And, when I found that, I was in so much pain. I was like, emotionally, I broke down, man. I was just like, And then they gave the doctor gave her like 6 months when they diagnosed her with cancer. And then we had to do everything as a family, as a brother, to get her treated, get the right treatment, and we treated her. She survived for 2 years, and then she passed away, and it broke all of my brother's heart, man. And my dad, my dad's older than my mum by like 15 years, but he's alone, but he's a good man, but it's hard for him, it's different.
But well done to you guys, man. From
Thank
6 months to let her last 2 years, that's a massive achievement.
Yeah, we you know, when we find out, we like, listen, money is nothing. We just have to do everything privately, everything.
And that's something money does give you. Money does give you that. Like, if you didn't have nothing, you got to let me live on benefits, you would have had to accept that. But it gives you a place where I can help people with good. It's not just evil, right?
It's not evil, no. It's just how you use it. Yeah, I mean, it's how you use it. So I think if we take wages, then I'll find a way to use that money wrongfully.
Yes.
It's, you know, where if we don't take wages and, okay, cool, I need a TV, I'm going to take this much, you write it down, which is it's fine. You know, buy a house, buy a car, it's fine, it's different.
I love that.
And your money saved up as well, pile up.
Sorry to hear about your loss. I've just lost my auntie as well, my mum's older sister, and she literally just got diagnosed in April.
Oh, sorry.
Last month, gone. Not even 2 months. They said 6 months maximum.
Maximum.
It was hospital to boom, and then the cells go down, like the blood cells, and then the stroke happens.
Yeah.
And then they manage the stroke, and then coughing blood because it's just attacking you.
Yeah,
that shitty disease, you know, it's really, really bad. Like, that's the cancer word, you know what I mean? Like, it can just change your whole world in a second. 100%. I think it's just so important to learn from it and go, get yourself checked every 6 months.
100%.
That's what money's there for. If you're not going to be around the next year, what good is money?
Exactly. What's good money?
Just go and get yourself some private healthcare, 100 quid, 150 quid a month, and do something. We must learn from it, because sometimes we just think we're going to be healthy forever. We think you're going to be around forever. I'm going to have my parents forever. You know, you just don't know, and it's only when you're in that position you realise how much that bloody hurts you when that person's taken away, and you think, that shouldn't have happened.
Shouldn't happen, yeah.
I should have had 10, 15, 20 years with my mum. Do you know what I mean? And it feels like the same with my auntie. Like, she's like a mother figure. She looks exactly like my mum. And it was just like, when you look at the picture, you think, she's gone?
You can't believe it.
You can't believe it. Yeah. You think, no, that person's not gone. I can still feel it, touch it. But that's the reality of it. Look, Kaisy, look, you've been absolutely amazing. I don't think we went deep enough as we could have because of the time limit and stuff, but is there a question you wish I asked you? Or?
No, I don't know. I think honestly, I don't know. I'm grateful for you inviting me here today, and we had a little chat, which was good, which is great. I think we've covered most of the area, but like I said, you know, I'm gonna carry on grafting until I get to my dream.
Yeah, what is your message? Tell us your message. What is your message? Somebody watching this right now, what is the message you're giving them?
Well, life, look, let me tell you, when you work hard, be patient with it. Nothing happens overnight. You know, Eiffel Tower didn't got built in a week, in a month. It got built in years, same as the pyramid. You just gotta carry on working hard, believe in yourself, have faith, and be patient, and everything will work out slowly. Focus on yourself, focus on your health, focus on your physical, mental, spiritually. Look after yourself, and everything will work out. Believe in yourself. But the main thing, I think, is believing in yourself, and you get everything coming to you. That's what it's got to offer. The universe is a strange thing. I think if you have a positive mindset, you'll throw a lot of positivity back to you. That's how the universe works. And just be grateful, be humble. A lot of things are going to come to you guys. Trust me.
There we go. Do you have any questions for me?
You've been great. Honestly, I don't.
Amazing.
Thank you.
So if you just look straight in your camera and just let everybody know how they can follow you.
You can follow me through Instagram, Kaisy Khademi, Facebook, Kaisy Khademi, and I use this still at the moment, but I'll keep you guys updated with my future fights and future titles, hopefully, and keep you updated with my stories and all that. Thank you.
There we go, guys. I hope you really enjoyed that, because I know I did. I was really selfish and asking about the camps and the diet and the vitamins. So if you're somebody who thinks, I want to take up a sport like this, like, here's a great role model, go and follow Kaisy, see what he's up to, what he's doing, go and buy his tickets, man. Let's support our brothers, you know, and say, look, I've seen this guy, he shared his story with us, at least can go and buy a little ticket and have a good night, you know, watch him fight, and yeah, let's just get inspired together. So smash the like button, make sure you're subscribing, drop us a comment, ask Kaisy a comment as well. I'll make sure he gets that message and he gives you an answer, and share it with a loved one. So until next time, peace.